Welcome to a slow, beginner-friendly lesson on what ipython is and how to install it, made for absolute beginners. This lesson has one job: explain what ipython is, why beginners love it, and how to install it on a Mac with UV. We will not cover every shortcut yet. We will not start functions yet. Just ipython, install, and a first run. One lesson, one idea, then we stop. Hold this thought, the next slide builds on it gently. You finished phase A.2, variables, types, and operators. Before functions, you need a calm place to try ideas. ipython is that place, an improved interactive Python. Install it once, then use it for practice in later lessons. Especially remember, you learned variables, types, and operators. When that feels clear, continue, there is no rush. Think of ipython as a well-lit workshop bench. You type a little, you see a result, you adjust, you type again. No need to invent a whole project file just to check whether 2 plus 2 still equals 4. AREPL reads what you type, evaluates it as Python, prints the result, then loops for the next line. Plain Python starts a simple REPL. ipython is AREPL with extra beginner-friendly powers on top. Especially remember, read what you type. Let that settle, then we take the next small step. Pause the video anytime and try the idea yourself in ipython when it fits. ipython means interactive Python, an upgraded shell for experimenting. Inputs are numbered, in 1, in 2. You get tab completion, quick help with a question mark, and history you can search. It is still Python, the experience is just kinda for learning. Especially remember, a better interactive shell for Python. Take a moment with this idea before we move on. ipython does not invent a new language. 2 plus 2 is still 4. You get a richer cockpit for exploration. Later you will still write scripts and projects in files. Today we install the interactive tool. Especially remember, same Python language and results. Hold this thought, the next slide builds on it gently. When you start ipython, you will meet a prompt that looks like in bracket 1. That number is your friend. Every experiment gets a line number so you can point back to earlier work without starting from zero. Beginners love ipython because feedback is immediate. Try one line. See the result or the error. Reuse the last result with underscore. Press tab to discover names. That loop builds confidence faster than editing a file in the dark. Especially remember, try one line at a time. Restate it once in your own words if you like, then continue. Today's path: make sure UV is installed. Install ipython as a global tool with UV tool install. Start ipython, try one simple line, and know how to upgrade later. 2 install options for UV, pick one. Especially remember, install UV, if you do not have it. Let that settle, then we take the next small step. On a Mac, open the Terminal app, or iterm if you already use it. Install commands are shell commands, not Python yet. First you prepare the shell, then you start ipython, then you type Python lines at the end prompt. Keep that order clear in your head. Especially remember, open Terminal, or iterm if you use it. Take a moment with this idea before we move on. We use UV because it installs Python tools cleanly. UV tool install places commands like ipython on your path. Professionals use the same pattern for many CLIs. On your Mac we keep the normal Apple Silicon defaults, no special Intel tricks. Especially remember, UV installs Python tools cleanly. Hold this thought, the next slide builds on it gently. You may see older advice to use pip install ipython. That can work, but beginners often end up with messy environments. For this series we recommend UV tool install as one clear global command. Project environments come later, one recommended path beats 5 conflicting tips. Especially remember, pip can work, but environments get messy fast. When that feels clear, continue, there is no rush. Option 1, the official installer. In Terminal, run curl, then the Astral UV install script, piped into sh. After it finishes, open a new Terminal tab if the command UV is not found yet, so your path updates. Keep this line in mind, curl lssf https://astral.sh/uv/install.sh. Restate it once in your own words if you like, then continue. Option 2, if you already use Homebrew, run brew install UV. Either path is fine. You only need one working UV command. Do not install twice unless you know you want to switch methods. Keep this line in mind, brew install UV. Let that settle, then we take the next small step. Pause the video anytime and try the idea yourself in ipython when it fits. Install steps look scary the first time. They are not a test of your worth. Copy carefully, run once, verify the command exists. That is professional work, careful, calm, repeatable. Sit with the image briefly, then continue when you are ready. Check that UV works, type UV space -- version. You should see a version number. If the shell says command not found, reopen the terminal or check that the install finished without errors. Keep this line in mind, UV version. Hold this thought, the next slide builds on it gently. Pause the video anytime and try the idea yourself in ipython when it fits. Now install ipython globally as a tool. UV tool install ipython. UV downloads ipython and its dependencies and exposes the ipython command for your user account. Wait until the command finishes cleanly. Keep this line in mind, UV tool install ipython. When that feels clear, continue, there is no rush. UV tool install is for user level CLI tools. It is not the same as adding a package inside one project. That is perfect for ipython while you learn. Full project workflows with pyproject files come later. Especially remember, installs a CLI tool for your user. Restate it once in your own words if you like, then continue. Start it by typing ipython and pressing enter. You should see a banner and a prompt like in (1:). You are in. To leave later, type exit parentheses or quit parentheses. We cover exit habits next lesson. Keep this line in mind, ipython. Let that settle, then we take the next small step. At the prompt, type 2 + 2 and press enter. ipython shows out (1) with the value 4. That is the full loop. You spoke, Python answered. Try another simple line if you like, then stop for today. Keep this line in mind, in 1, 2 + 2. Take a moment with this idea before we move on. Pause the video anytime and try the idea yourself in ipython when it fits. That first outline matters emotionally. The machine answered you. From here, every concept in phase it can be checked live instead of only read on a slide. Sit with the image briefly, then continue when you are ready. When you want a newer ipython later, run UV tool upgrade ipython. You do not need that on day one. Remember the command exists so you are not stuck on an old version forever. Keep this line in mind, UV tool upgrade ipython. When that feels clear, continue, there is no rush. Pause the video anytime and try the idea yourself in ipython when it fits. Practice checklist, UV version works. ipython installed with UV tool install. ipython starts. 2 + 2 prints 4. Then exit with exit parentheses. That is enough for this lesson. Especially remember, confirm, UV version works. Restate it once in your own words if you like, then continue. Remember, ipython is your interactive playground. Install with UV tool install ipython. Start with the ipython command. Next lesson, the must-know shortcuts and how to refer to previous cells and outputs. Especially remember, ipython equals interactive Python playground. Let that settle, then we take the next small step. With ipython installed, the next skill is fluency at the keyboard, tab, history search, and the underscore that means last result. That is the next lesson, still slow, still one idea at a time. Sit with the image briefly, then continue when you are ready. Thanks for installing ipython with me. See you in the next lesson, Essential ipython Shortcuts for Beginners.